I'm confused. Is Sparty on? Is Sparty off? What the hell is going on with Spartans basketball? Welcome to Quick Hits. I am Josh Baker. All right. I am so tired of having to talk shit about Michigan State. Seriously, I do not want to have to do this. In fact, I did an episode not all that long ago where I said that when Michigan and Michigan State play on February 6th, that they would both be undefeated. It seemed like a pretty easy statement to make at the time. I made that statement just after MSU beat Duke at Duke. They had never done that before. So I was pretty optimistic for their season as a whole. Michigan wasn't yet ranked, so I thought that Juwan Howard had the tougher road to proving me right. Now let's fast forward to the cusp of 2021, where we are now. Michigan is doing the damn thing at 7-0, and Michigan State, well, they're shitting the bed. Sparty is 6-3, with all three losses being in Big Ten play. In a row, a 14-point loss to Northwestern, a 9-point loss to Wisconsin, and a 25-point blowout to Minnesota. Sparty shot 25.7% against Minnesota. Seriously, Sparty, what the fuck? Coach Izzo himself has said that his team isn't tough enough. Other damning recent quotes from Coach Izzo include, "We don't have great leadership, disgusting, inept in regards to play, and we didn't look like a Michigan State basketball team." He even came down on himself with, "The head coach got to do a better job." Here's a few clips from the past 3 post games from Coach.
And one of the more inept performances of my 26 years. It's kind of a harsh statement. I'm blaming myself. I'm the one that has to have my team ready. I didn't think we were ready from the opening second. I didn't like the way we responded, and that was disappointing. So I take the blame. It started the first 30 seconds. Not before that. Guys were good in the hotel, good in the locker room, but that was disgusting. But disappointing that you get a 9-point lead and then you just don't step on their throat. And I think the reason for that was the best player on the court, kind of by far, and that was Trice. So shows you how bad a recruiter I am. You know, not only did his brother play here, but his mother and father are really good friends of mine. We had open shots. Hauser had open shots. Langford had open shots. I thought Gabe had some open shots. And we just, missed shot after shot after shot. So the good thing is it wasn't defensively. I'm going to build on that. The bad thing is it was offensively, and I'm going to try to improve that. It's not as energetic of a team, and that's. But tonight, I thought we played harder. We just didn't. When you're not making a shot, that kind of affects your defense some, and it didn't affect it a lot. I mean, Aaron and Rocket, I thought, did a hell of a job on that Carr kid. He's a hell of a player.
I honestly can't believe what I'm about to say. At Michigan State, it sounds to me like it's a top-down problem. It starts with coaching. Izzo has to have his young men ready to run through a wall. Maybe it's me, but Coach doesn't sound motivated enough to get that point across. It continues with the starting 5 wanting to run through that wall for their coach. Do they look motivated enough to do that to you? And it trickles down to the bench needing to run through that wall. In fairness to MSU, they were undefeated going into Big Ten play. Egos were high, and they got the good press. Maybe they were feeling themselves going into Big Ten play. But the Big Ten is brutally good this year. 9 teams are ranked in the top 25, and that includes Michigan State. Only 2 Big Ten teams are below 500. One of those teams is 4-6 Nebraska, 0-3 in the Big Ten, and Sparty's next opponent. They play the Huskers on Saturday in Lincoln, Nebraska. If Sparty loses to fucking Nebraska, just fake a team COVID outbreak and regroup, because COVID is the only problem that could be bigger than what's going on in your program after that. If Sparty doesn't get their collective shit together, it's going to be a long year in East Lansing, and that has to start this weekend. Here's my assessment. Kithier needs to step up his game. The Clarkson boy is a junior now and needs to produce more than 3.4 points and 2.9 rebounds per game. Those are not big boy numbers. Hauser isn't actually looking all that bad, averaging 13.1 points and 8.1 rebounds per game. He might be the leader State is looking for, and, well, bitches love him. Aaron Henry is a toughness factor guy that needs to be a toughness factor actually in games. Also, dude, 17.5% from behind the arc? Stop it. Langford is the senior that Izzo needs to lead this team. He has decent numbers, but needs to be the motivator. Watts is a sophomore. Maybe he needs that rising tide from older players to help elevate his game, or maybe just put the ball in his hands and let him shoot his way out of a 27.8% three-point percentage. Okay. Now I'll be nice. Michigan State isn't that far away from being really good. The talent is there. But I'll also be honest. They also aren't that far away from being really, really bad. So, I'll say it nicely. Wake the fuck up, Sparty. You have 9 games before your showdown with Michigan. 5 of those games are against ranked teams. Man up and start playing like the Spartans you were recruited to be and are expected to be on the hardwood. This is Quick Hits, and I am Josh Baker. I know. It's weird. Michigan State not looking good. Who knows? Maybe they don't even make the tournament. That would be weird. Or maybe they get better and leave it all in 2020. But also, this has nothing to do with basketball or Michigan State, but I want to be the first to say it. As of tomorrow, it's 2021. And if we learned anything from last year, will our hindsight be considered 2020? Huh?